So a lot of different topics I want to catch up on with everyone here on the channel, and this is basically just a channel updates video, and I'm going to be focusing on different things that I'm a little behind on and I wanted to report to you guys about things that are going on here with me and all that good stuff. So it's basically a channel updates video, and I don't know how long this video is going to take, so I'll have timestamps on all the different topics I'm going to be talking about. So if you're not interested in hearing about a certain topic, you can always jump around. But this is, like I said, a channel updates video. Find out what I'm talking about after the intro. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian. Yeah, we're talking about channel update stuff today, just catching up on a bunch of different things. I feel like since I got back from Europe early April and at the end of April when I first got my first flu, things are so behind, and I've failed to kind of report on certain things, and I wanted to do a very long channel updates video, focus on some things like ScentClub Kit number 5, which we're still selling, and we have some left, and then the next ScentClub Kit number 6, which should be dropping sometime. Don't have an exact date yet, but there's a bunch of other stuff like wanted to report on scammers. I've been mentioning I'm going to tell you about the new camera I'm shooting on here, announced the winner for the ABSTRAITS giveaway, and a bunch of other stuff. So let's get started with the first topic, which is ScentClub Kit number 5. We still have some left. This one is not selling out, and I'm wondering what it is about this one that you guys aren't liking. So when we first started with ScentClub, the first kit, we launched about 225 kits, and then that sold really quickly. Later we dropped some more of kit number 1, and those sold out as well. Up to kit number 4, the most we've sold in any kits is kit number 4. We sold 450 kits. This one is not doing as good as the previous kits, so I'm trying to find out what it is about this kit that you guys aren't liking in comparison to the previous kits. So we do have some more kit number 5s left, and they will run out eventually. It's just this one is not selling as fast as the last bunch of kits we did. On top of that, there's going to be a survey that's going to be emailed to everyone that accepts email marketing from the Shopify account that we have, that we sell the ScentClub kits. And if you take part and write back with answers for the survey, you can get $5 off of this kit that if you haven't bought it, or the next kit that will be dropping. So look for that. Do let me know what it is about this kit that you guys don't like, because we had no, I'm hearing that I thought that maybe it was too floral, but every time I ask somebody about Fleur de Lalita from Parfums du Cita, people say it's an amazing fragrance. They love it so much they went and bought a bottle. So we had Fleur de Lalita as fragrance number 1, and we had Wake Up World, which was a amber fougere, but more of like a fruity amber, fresh amber, as a fragrance number 2. And then we had One Day's Oolong Tea, which is a very smoky, a bit ashy kind of a floral jasmine tea fragrance. So let me know what it is about those fragrances you liked and not liked. And also look for the survey if you accept email marketing from Shopify, because we're going to try and focus on perfecting this. And by kit number 7, things will be a little different again. So let me tell you a little bit about kit number 6. Sometime in July, I don't know when, probably towards the end of July is when it's going to drop. The kit number 6 will feature 3 summer themed fragrances, and one will, well, I guess you can wear them any time of the year, but I think they're perfect for summer. I wear them in the winter time as well. The first one will be a tropical fruity floral. The second one will be a musky floral, really, really sexy trail. And then the third one will be a salty fruity. So all 3 of them are really, really great fragrances. I've been talking about them. So look out for that to drop sometime in July. Yeah, I think you're going to like this kit. And as I said, it's going to be perfect for summer, but you can wear it any time of the year. They just really smell really, really great. So anyway, that's kit number 6. I don't know what's going on with the remainder of the kits, but we might fine tune the boxes and the bottles and things like that for further down the line. But stay tuned for kit number 6. The next thing, before I go, also with the Scent Club kits, look out for the survey, which should go out today sometime. And again, if you fill out the survey questions and reply back, you'll receive a discount code with $5 off on the current kit if you haven't purchased it, or $5 off of the next kit, which will be dropping. I shouldn't say next month anymore. It's July. It's dropping in July sometime. So anyway, that's all about Scent Club kits. The next thing I wanted to mention is scammers. Again, we're talking about scammers. But I see that they've completely gone from YouTube. But a month ago or so, I got really attacked by scammers on Instagram as well. Like, they were really pretending I was the accounts. They were so basically they had taken my photos and created a new Instagram account, and they were replying to a lot of comments on some posts, and saying they've won a giveaway and things like that. So they were scamming people on Instagram. So I felt like they've given up on YouTube. Now they were targeting on Instagram. So what happened was, I was doing screenshots and forwarding, this form you can fill out on Instagram, and they basically either remove accounts or basically remove posts, because if you're feeling like your copyright or your intellectual property is stolen and things like that, you can have Instagram remove them. So that happened 3 times. These people, pretended that I was like they were me, and they were replying to people and pretending that there was a giveaway. And the thing is, I got a friend to actually reply to their email, and they were going back and forth with an email with these people, and they were still pretending that I had Dior Homme Parfum fragrances to give away as prizes, which was kind of weird. And the weird thing was, they basically went back and forth. They just basically want money, friends and family on PayPal. They don't accept like regular payment, obviously, because they're scamming. And apparently they have the last bottle of Dior Homme Parfum that I'm selling, apparently. And if they don't act fast, somebody else is going to buy it. But anyway, they went back and forth, a friend, and we got the email address, which I will post here for you and let you know what it is. But really, the scammers kind of have stopped. I don't see them on Instagram anymore, and I haven't experienced it at all here on YouTube for a long time. So let me know if you guys are seeing these scammers doing the scamming on other channels anymore. But on this channel, it's stopped. So I think they've moved on, hoping this is the end of that. So the next topic is the camera. So basically, while I was prepping to go to Europe on the last trip, I like to take videos and things like that and post them as much as I can with the events and things like that. So also perhaps do videos while I'm traveling. And I did a video at one of my hotels, and everybody said, "Oh my God, your camera looks great, blah, blah, blah." Yeah, it was exciting to do that because I was able to shoot in this hotel room. It had a nice wall, and I was sitting on bed, and in front of me was a window, and I was on the coast, and this light was lighting my face. So the look of that video was amazing. I'll have it linked here, and you can actually see that video. It was me announcing the whole Dior Riviera from Francis Kurkdjian's first Dior fragrance after he became a creative director, perfumer there. So the camera, basically, I bought a second iPhone to use just for videos and photos of perfumes, because I'm getting my perfume photos mixed in with my personal photos, and I travel a lot and I photograph a lot, and I do little memories that come up on iPhones, and all of a sudden there's a freaking perfume bottle photo, which I don't want to, come up with my, travel memory photos. So I figured I'd buy a second iPhone 14 Pro Max. This is what I use, and a second one just for perfumes. And that's how I shot that video in France, a couple of videos actually. And then while I was really sick with the flu and allergies, I just put my phone on, and I turned it on, and I set it up on cinematic, and everybody started saying, "Oh my God, what camera you're using?" So basically, that's what I'm using. I'm using a second iPhone 14 Pro Max, shooting on cinematic and 4K, and that's what you guys have been seeing. So it does a really great job. I will not be buying any more big cameras. This is what I'll be shooting on traveling. So this camera that I'm shooting on now is my second iPhone, strictly for perfume stuff, and I'll take it with me on the next trip I go. Any perfume events, I'll take that with me. It does great job, and I think it's doing a very good job, because you guys have been saying the videos have been good. The only problem is I shot a video with a brand new guest. I have a new guest appearing, a male guest, a perfume lover that I just brought on into the studio to shoot a video with me, so stay tuned with that. Probably midweek next week. So there's a new guest. But shooting a cinematic video with two people was really, really challenging, so we had to reshoot the video. But other than that, if I'm shooting by myself, I'll be shooting on cinematic on the iPhone 14 Pro Max. I love it. It does a great job, and I'm getting that you guys really love it as well. So let me know your thoughts on the videos with the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and if you'd rather have me switch back, but I don't think I'll switch back. I've got two very expensive cameras now. In fact, during the pandemic, I bought a brand new Sony A660, I think, and I never really got to shoot with it, and I spent with the lens about $2,600 for it. I think I'm going to sell that camera. I'm happy, really happy with the results here. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is announce the giveaway winner for ABSTRAITS. So we were giving away one full bottle of choice, and the winner is Nathan Kipnis 3591. Please send me your full name, full address, email address, phone number, YouTube username to lfsgwinners@gmail.com. so I can arrange for ABSTRAITS to mail you the fragrance. And please also include which fragrance you wanted to win, which bottle of ABSTRAITS fragrance you wanted to win. So please put that all in the email. Get it to me as soon as possible, as soon as you can. I'll be heading out of the country here in about a few days, and if I don't get it prior, I'm gonna have to deal with it after I come back, because I want to have access to the email account that I just put down. So congrats on the win. There's other giveaways that I'm doing, so stay tuned for those. But now the ABSTRAITS giveaway is closed, and again, Nathan Kipnis 3591 is the winner. So I wanted to discuss my health issues as well. As I said earlier, as soon as I got back from Europe, things got a little out of hand. By the end of April, I came back like around the 8th or 9th of April. I got a really bad flu. It wasn't COVID, and then that didn't go away, and there was a lingering cough. Around the same time, I also had to deal with the super bloom allergies here. So that kind of went away, but the cough didn't go away. And then the cough developed into bronchitis. So the bronchitis is almost completely gone, but I hear that it can linger on for about 6 weeks. So I do have a cough still, so I'm doing my best not to cough while I'm speaking on camera, but that cough is still lingering. I am taking a bunch of prescriptions to get rid of the cough and things like that. We have dry weather here in California. I feel like dry always creates a dry cough. I don't know why. And I'll be in Montreal in a humid country. So hopefully maybe that'll fix it. But the coughing is almost gone. I was really, really sick again like 3 weeks ago with the development of the bronchitis. We thought first it might be pneumonia, but thankfully it wasn't pneumonia. It was definitely bronchitis, and it's almost gone. But again, the cough is lingering on. Every once in a while I have to cough, and it's kind of a pain in the ass, because it's a very dry cough, and then I'm in the middle of a shoot, and all of a sudden this coughing fit comes on, and I gotta pause and cough, and then pick back up, losing my train of thought and crap like that. So thankfully this is almost gone. It's been 2 months plus since I first dealt with the flu, end of April, so almost gone. So in Montreal, I was trying to organize a meet and greet. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. I might go visit Etiquette. I think it's the perfume shop on Friday that I'm there. It's next week, Friday. I don't know what time, and so I hope to do that, but it's going to probably be a last minute thing. Maybe I'll post something on Instagram or here on my community pages to see if I can round up some people that just want to meet there. But I'm assuming this store has everything that I'm already experienced with, but it would be nice to drop in and see what's there and to check out and things like that. So sadly, the meet and greet did not work out. It just didn't come together. So unfortunately, can organize it. But maybe last minute something might happen. Who knows? But the next topic, I am planning a sniffing around town. So fragrance sniffing around town, San Francisco on July 22nd. If you're local or nearby or somewhere, you know, maybe an hour away, 2 hours away, and you want to experience hanging out with me and a bunch of other people going around from one store to another, come on by. But basically send your email to lfsgquestions@gmail.com so I can put you on an email list and last minute tell you, not last minute, but as we're getting ready for the event, the day of the sniffing around town, I can tell you where to meet, what time. It's going to be an all-day thing, most likely start at 10. Going until 6. So we're going to go to 4 stores in San Francisco, 2 downtown, 2 in 2 other neighborhoods, 1 in the Mission and 1 in the Castro. And basically we're going to smell fragrances. And we've got Neiman Marcus and Bloomingdale's. I believe they're putting together little gift bags if you buy something. And then, of course, we've got discounts at Ministry of Scent and ZGO. They're doing 10% off during that day when we go there. So it's going to be fun. I used to do that with some other people before the pandemic. In fact, I planned 1 or 2 of these, probably somewhere around 17, 18. Haven't done any since then, but a lot of you guys have been asking me. So now it's going to be fun. I've got about 20 people that have already shown interest in this. This might go up to be about 30 people. But typically, people last minute have things come up and they bail. But right now, we've got about 20 people that are interested. If you're interested, send an email to lfsgquestions@gmail.com. And in the subject, put down sniffing around town. It's July 22nd. And most likely, it's going to be from 10 to 6, starting off in the Union Square area with Neiman Marcus, then to Bloomingdale's. And then after that, we'll figure out a way to get to the Castro for ZGO Perfumery, and then also to Ministry of Scent in the Mission District. We can walk from ZGO or take an Uber or something. But this is going to be fun. I've done many of these before here in San Francisco, put together by other people, and several times I did it myself. So again, if you're interested, send an email to lfsgquestions@gmail.com and then put down sniffing around town in the subject and include the info that you're interested. So the next little thing I'm going to discuss with you is a prize I won, but I won this somewhere in December. So it was this big award that I received from ScentXPlore. So I wasn't even aware there was some kind of I guess it's a contest or a prize. I didn't know they did prizes because I went to the very first ScentXPlore in 2019, which took place in November. And then they did 2 remote ones. I believe they were happening in December. And then in December, this happened. I haven't attended any others because I usually travel in December out of the country, so going to 2 trips is a bit complicated, and I'm focused on doing videos here on the channel. So going away for days twice was tough. So anyway, all of a sudden on that night, Saturday night, during ScentXPlore, I was getting messages that I've won a prize, most impactful content creator. This is the award that I received. I didn't even know I won this. I was up against a couple of different people, a couple of different YouTubers, I think. Apparently, this was voted by the audience, and I won. So I'm happy I won. It's a nice looking award. But anyway, just wanted to highlight that to you guys and let you know, and also let ScentXPlore know that they did send me this. I just got it. Well, I got it like a month ago, but I've been sick. I've been traveling and all that kind of stuff, and I won it in December, and I'm just now letting you guys know about it anyway. Most impactful content creator. It's nice to be known for that. So the last thing I'm going to talk to you about, guys, about the topic until I get to the bonus section, which I've got a very long topic to discuss there. Probably deserves to be its separate video. But I wanted to apologize if I never get back to messages that you guys are sending me. So I don't know if you guys know the word overwhelm. I do videos every day. So I already have a difficult time replying to every comment. And for me, I get really satisfaction and pleasure from doing videos and talking and talking about fragrances, learning about the fragrances prior, and then talking about them on camera and things like that. So that is very, very exciting for me to do content daily. Sometimes I miss, like next week I'll probably miss while I'm traveling to Montreal. One of the most exciting things for me is to just do content and just do content about fragrances day in and day out. That is like, it gives me pleasure, talking about the fragrances. I love fragrances and I like to share my passion with everyone. So I do the content on a daily basis. So I'm having a difficult time getting back to everyone with comments. So if you've sent me messages, I'm really, really sorry if I haven't replied back to you. It's not that I'm ignoring you. It's just there are so many. If you ever look through my Instagram account, I've got 2 Instagram accounts. And I also have a TikTok now. I don't even know if there's a messaging system there. I haven't really even focused on TikTok. But I get messages on my personal Instagram account plus the Perfume Instagram account. And if you look at the Perfume account, it is long list of them. I just don't even have the time. And when I was very, very sick, I completely ignored anything there. Now I'm slowly kind of getting back. But if you've sent me messages and I haven't gotten back to you, please, please, please don't take it personally. I'm not ignoring you. I just don't have the time and the manpower to reply to everyone. My first goal is to reply to as many comments on YouTube as I can. And then after that, if I have any time, I get back to people on Instagram. And it's not only Instagram, there's also Facebook. There's also emails. I have email addresses everywhere. People send me messages. What I'm going to try and do after I get back from Montreal, the thing is I've been shooting in this video if you haven't in this studio if you haven't noticed, because the other room where I was shooting at is completely unorganized, and I have completely neglected it because I've been completely out of time with being sick. I am trying to build out a studio there with a nice background, and it's just completely stopped and halted right now. Once I get back and I get caught up, I'm going to start building that out so I can shoot videos in there, and it'll be a nicer setting. It won't be as busy as here, although you guys seem to be really liking me shooting the videos here. Let me know if you want me to continue shooting here or if you want me to shoot in the other studio where it's built out to be more like a shooting studio. So if I'm not getting back to your emails, as I said, please forgive me. I just don't have time to reply to everybody. The other thing is, when I build out the other studio, I am thinking of doing lives and, receiving questions there to answer on, live on YouTube. So stay tuned for that kind of stuff. But also let me know if you prefer shooting in here, or I know you guys don't like the white background in there, but it won't be white background in there. It'll be more of a built-out studio with a background of perfumes and, perfume paraphernalia and books and things like that. So it'll be nicely decorated before I start shooting there again. In the meantime, I'm really enjoying shooting in here. It's just I will be moving back into the other studio. But just getting back to the topic, again, I'm very, very sorry if I don't reply to your questions or emails or messages. I just don't have the manpower. I've thought about hiring somebody to go through my comments. I'm afraid somebody will hijack my account or something like that. So I've kind of basically just left it alone. If you are interested in if you have questions, the best way to get in touch with me is better via email versus messages on Instagram and places like that. LFSGQuestions@gmail, where I ask you to send your interest in participating in sniffing around town. Use that same email address to send messages. If you want me to, talk about a certain topic and things like that, send the emails there. those are the ones that I check first before I even get to the other folder on Instagram, because there's another folder that are from people that I don't follow. So it's all going in there. And when you scroll through, there's so many messages. There's a lot of spam in there, a lot of spam. That's why I have to like avoid that other folder, because the spam is overwhelming in comparison to the actual messages. And it's like I have to like delete each one. And anyway, it takes time and I just don't have the manpower. So I'm so sorry that I don't get back to everybody's emails or messages. My first priority is to answer as many questions on or comments on YouTube, and after that emails, and then Instagram and things like that. So best way to communicate with me is lfsgquestions@gmail.com or comments here. And if you don't hear back with comments, send an email. Again, I just miss a lot of I miss a lot of questions via comments on YouTube. Anyway, that's the last of it here. I'm so sorry this video was very long, but just had to get a lot of stuff off of my chest. And again, with the health issues, it is getting much better. Still a little sick and still remaining cough. But hopefully by the time I get back from Montreal with a bit of relaxation and not your daily routine that I do here, I'll be back to normal. Also, I think San Francisco in general has been very cold. As today is the first day we've had some real warmth here as I'm shooting this video, and it'll air tomorrow. So this is the first warmth we've had, about 77, 76 degrees. It's been in the 50s, lower 60s. So it's been really, really cold and drippy here. It's more like winter weather. We've had a pretty mellow, cool year so far. Hardly any heat waves, and today's probably the warmest it's been all year round with 76, 77. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for a bonus section. I'm answering somebody's question that they have sent at the various places, and I said I'd touch on it. But if you haven't purchased kit number 5 yet, as I said, we do have some still remaining kit number 5. Stay tuned for kit number 6 sometime next month. And thank you so much for watching, and happy 4th of July, Independence Day. It's in a couple of days. Hopefully you guys are celebrating and having fun and picnicking and barbecuing and all that good stuff. But either way, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye. So I received a question from Tanya Spencer about buying cheap or inexpensive fragrances. I'm going to read you the message I received. My name is Tanya Spencer. I subscribe to your YouTube channel. A while back, I had an interaction on another YouTube fragrance channel. Another viewer made disparaging remarks to the comment I posted. In my original comment, I said that I had mostly inexpensive fragrances in my extremely small perfume collection. This viewer said that I shouldn't clutter up my perfume collection with inexpensive perfumes. This woman's comments irritated me. I decided to channel my anger into finding as many inexpensive perfumes as I could. I have found 60 brands that have inexpensive perfumes. I'm going to share that list with you. I know that you are a perfume fan who just likes the juice, as you call it. I know that you are busy and probably have a laundry list of perfume videos planned. I would love to see an inexpensive perfume video either on one of these brands or on multiple brands. One of my favorite cheapies is Guess Seductive Noir for her. One of my students gave it to me for Christmas. Fragrantica doesn't list cedar as a note, but I smell cedar. I'm a fragrance newbie, so maybe my nose is broken. So I don't know Guess Seductive for her. I've never smelled it. I wore Guess fragrance back in 1990 or 91, which I think was one of the first Guess fragrances for men. I haven't worn a Guess fragrance since then, and I haven't smelled any since then. But, you know, I would never tell someone to not clutter up their collection with cheap fragrances or inexpensive or budget fragrances. I'm a fragrance lover, and I don't care if it's expensive or inexpensive. As long as it smells great, I will recommend it. And also, not everybody can afford a bottle of Louis Vuitton, which is very expensive. And there are inexpensive alternatives to a lot of inexpensive fragrances. I try not to talk about clones as much on the channel, but sometimes people can't afford the real thing and they've got to get the clones. But again, there's a lot of great smelling, expensive smelling, inexpensive fragrances, and there's also crappy ones as well. My goal is to share the ones that are great with you and let you know what inexpensive fragrances are worth having. I will do that over and over again. I'm generally focused on, niche and luxury fragrances, but every once in a while I'll do a video on inexpensive, budget, cheap fragrances. Some of you don't like to use the word cheap. Some of you don't care. It cheapens the fragrances, supposedly. But either way, I do recommend them often here on the channel, and I don't mind it. I think I will probably put together a further video that's a little more detailed about this particular topic sometime in the future. But in general, I don't have a problem wearing cheap or inexpensive or budget fragrances. I'll wear them. A lot of designers are available at the discounters, and so they are, selling for less than what they sell suggested retail. A lot of niche fragrances don't ever get discounted unless there's an overstock and they end up at the discounters. So a lot of fragrances can be had for inexpensive. I've got a lot of lists on the channel for inexpensive fragrances. In fact, I recently purchased a Surfing Puerto Escondido from Zara. So Zara, I walked into Zara just couple days ago, and they had a sale in there. A lot of the collection of fragrances were discounted, and Surfing Puerto Escondido was discounted it said $19.99 and then down to $14.99, but when I went up to the register to buy, they rang me up for $12.99. It smells really, really great. Sure, it doesn't smell as luxurious and expensive as other fragrances, but I don't have a problem wearing an expensive fragrance that cost me $12.99 and another fragrance that cost me $300, $400. If it smells great and it doesn't smell cheap, I will report on it. And so I'll do a little more detailed video on this topic in the future. But those of you that are watching, what are your thoughts on this particular scenario? Are you snooty and you don't, you put your nose up to cheaper or less expensive or budget fragrances? A lot of you guys think I'm a snob when it comes to fragrances, but I'm more of a snob when it comes to designer fragrances that don't do really great job with the fragrances. I have no problem enjoying designer fragrances, but a lot of designer fragrances nowadays are not as quality as they used to be, and there's something that they use in a lot of the fragrances that I don't like the smell of. That's why I'm always talking about expensive fragrances, because they're more quality and they don't make their fragrances very smelling like a lot of designer fragrances that I don't like. So that's why I don't really talk a lot about designer fragrances, and I review them negatively, and then I get mentioned that I'm a snob because I don't like that fragrance. Yes, a lot of designer fragrances I don't care for. There are the rare exceptions. There's some quality ones out there. I just did a video on designer fragrances and how I ranked it yesterday. 2 of the top ones were really great designer fragrances from signature lines. So I don't have a problem with designer fragrances. Most of them are not quality to me. Some can be, and I'll hide it. I'll highlight it. But there's also lots of inexpensive fragrances out there that are definitely quality smelling. And if I find a cheapie, like for example, Ajmal's Verde, I discovered at FragranceNet for around under $30, 100 ml. I did a video about it. It smells like a $200 fragrance, and it was only $30. I did a video and they ran out. In fact, they've run out a couple times now. If you haven't gotten your nose on that one, that's a great cheapie. It is a bit weird smelling. It smells like cannabis and green, earthy, bitter greens. But to me, it's a great alternative for the now discontinued Tom Ford Noir Anthracite. If you can get your hands on it for under $30, I think it's totally worth it. That's a cheap fragrance. It's a budget fragrance. It's an inexpensive fragrance, and I've recommended it on the channel. I've got no problems with recommending quality fragrances that are cheap or inexpensive or budget. And you'll see more and more. And stay tuned. I'm going to do a more detailed version of this video, so stay tuned for that. But I just wanted to get this little portion out for Tanya, as I had... The email came to ScentClub email customer service, and so I had them tell this Tanya Spencer that I'll touch on it a bit here very soon. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, but do let me know if you have issues with wearing inexpensive fragrances. Do you strictly stay with expensive fragrances? Let me know. Put a comment down if you do or you do not. Anyway, stay tuned for another video soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.